Hey guys, we're going to be talking all about numbers and then all about sports, academics and sports, and how those two things come together awesomely in one of my favorite towns. Stick around and see what it's all about. Hey everybody, so I wanted you guys to see some of the parks and recreation facilities that we have here in the town of Prosper. So I'm kind of in the middle of one of the sections, and you saw in just a second where I kind of spun around and gave you a little bit of a sneak peek. Now we're in the dead of winter in February, so it's normally a lot more lush and green pretty soon when we get to spring, but just so you know, one of the things they have here, this is called Frontier Park, and there's a giant playground here. There's another playground over by one of the other fields, and then another smaller one, so that when the big kids are playing, you know, softball or softball, baseball, football, what else do we have going on out here? All kinds of stuff, soccer. The younger kids have kind of a place to go play. So that's really nice. And then a couple of them also have concession stands. So if you're here on the weekend and you get a little hungry, we have a Kona ice guy that always comes out here when it's hot. So the kids love that after working their little tutus off after a game. They're hot and they want to cool off. They get a little snow cone. Obviously up to parents, but it's just really nice that these facilities, we have a brand new, right behind me you can see, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to squint, but this is a brand new turf football field that they put in that they also use for soccer, so practices. So that's really nice, so that when the grass kind of gets wet and mushy for regular practice, if you can sign up for the turf field, then you can kind of still get your practice in, and then obviously they use it for football. And then there's also over here behind me, there's a bunch of softball fields, and again, sorry, I'm not doing the best job of showing you without squinting, but there's several softball, baseball fields. I have 4 daughters, so I just keep saying softball, but really obviously they're for baseball too. So lots of sports goes on in this area, and this particular section is for rec, but there's also there's plenty of rec league opportunities in Prosper, and there's also lots of club teams. So if you are someone who's looking for, you know, club baseball, travel baseball, anything at the more of an elite level, we have plenty of that in this area too. So you can just kind of either reach out to me and I can try to give you some resources, or you can just look that up on your own and you'll see that this area is ripe with sports. That is one thing that's really big here. People move here for the sports for their kids. So if, again, that's something that's on your radar, that's important to your family, then Prosper might be your town. So you saw in our video as I went around, I don't know why I say we, it's just me. You can see some of the different sports and athletics that are also offered in this area. Again, through the high school and through the schools, and then also through the recreation to the parks and rec programs that we have going on here. So just wanted to kind of give you an overview of what we have in this area as of now. So one of the things that people really are into is sports in this area. So we've got baseball, we've got softball, we've got basketball, soccer, golf, swim and dive, tennis, track and field, volleyball is huge here, so is soccer. Wrestling, there's powerlifting even as one of the classes at the high school, cross country, cheerleading, lacrosse. Basically, if you name a sport, I'm pretty sure we have it, but you can check that out for yourself. But sports is a very big thing here. So if you're a sports family or someone who just loves sports, then Prosper is probably going to be a great fit for you. So the high schools, middle schools and high schools offer lots of sports that way, and then also there's also rec sports in this area, so you can get on, and I'll put these links in the description below, so you can check them out on your own and kind of see up-to-date information and, you know, kind of gather everything you want to know for yourself. But just sharing with you that they're in the rec sports, we have Prosper Youth Sports, and they've got you know, soccer, we've got flag football, we have archery, we have golf, we've got basketball in connection with the town of McKinney and Plano. So there's plenty of options for sports here. And then we also have PASO, which is the soccer league. And then there's also just in this area a big drive for club sports, for travel, for elite level. So depending upon what sport you play, obviously is the, you know, the term that they use, but there's lots of soccer clubs that you can connect with in the Prosper area. There's lots of volleyball clubs, again, at the club level and the elite level, whether you're regional, metro, all that kind of stuff. And then same for pretty much any other sport. So just be aware that sports is big here. People love to get involved when their kids are little, and just kind of watch them grow and develop. And then plenty of things for high school level, and then also again for outside of that with club and elite and travel. So you can probably just start doing a great little Google search on whatever your sport is in this area, and you'll find plenty. But I just kind of wanted to let you know that that is something that is important here. People love it, they rally around it, and there is a lot going on in this area for sports. Hey everybody, so one of the questions that I get asked a lot is what are the cost of living in the North Texas area? So I'm going to kind of focus today on the town of Prosper, and I could also kind of give you some general information. But one of the things that's interesting about our area is obviously Texas does not have a state income tax. So a lot of people are like, yay, woohoo, and that is amazing, trust me. But one of the things that's kind of balances that a little bit is we do have property taxes that can be a little bit high depending upon where you're coming from or what you're used to. But the great thing is that the property taxes go to great uses. They are really good at putting them right back into the community. For example, this is the stadium, the Prosper Stadium, and it is used for high school sports for more than one high school. Right now it's currently for Rock Hill and for Prosper Eagle High School. And they also have, I don't know if you can see it from this angle, but there's also a community center up in the front building that the Chamber of Commerce uses, and some other local businesses and local events are held inside the community center. So it's not just something that only the school kind of uses for itself, if you will. They're wonderful about opening it up to the community. They also have, the high school has a culinary program, and they will a lot of times cook for those events. So it's kind of just a fun way for the community and the school to kind of merge and serve each other, which I love. And then around the backside over here, there's also a natatorium. So if you have a swimmer, it's really cool. It's not normal to have a natatorium in your high school stadium. So obviously for people who are swimmers and divers and all that, that's a wonderful addition that we have here. So that's just one of the things that the property taxes go towards. They go towards, just the things for the community, the things for the school. You saw us talk about the sports facilities here, the rec league facilities. Parks are big here. They're really good about, just keeping things up and maintained well. And then also one of the things that your taxes go towards are, roads and everything. And with all of the growth that we're experiencing in this area, I love how forward thinking they are with the roads and just planning different routes. So there's not just one way to get somewhere. You don't have a lot of bottleneck. So you have to kind of excuse the construction for a short period of time, but long term, that property tax is really going straight back to the community to make it stronger, to make it more efficient, to make it better, and just a more wonderful place to live. So yes, it's part of the cost of living here, but you get it right back in my opinion. Okay, so first thing I want to talk to you guys, I got my little notebook here. I love avocados, avocado toast, but we're not talking about avocados, we're gonna be talking about academics. So I did make notes because I am a nerd, just kidding, because if I'm gonna be talking to you guys about schools and statistics on the schools and things like that, I want to make sure that I have everything as accurate as possible because I know that that's important. So first of all, where can you find information out about Prosper schools? Great question. Two favorite resources that I have are niche.com and then greatschools.org. I feel like niche.com kind of pulls information from outside sources, and Great Schools kind of is more of a user rated. So you can kind of take that, you look at them and see which one you feel like it's giving you the information that you're looking for. And then also, obviously, you can check out the school's website themselves. And then also you're welcome to reach out to one of the counselors at the schools and just ask any questions that you may have that you might not be able to find just through your general research. So those are some resources that you can use to find out the information on the schools. So here's what I did. I went to niche.com and this is what I pulled. And this was I checked it February 2021. So obviously, as this area, the Prosper ISD school district is growing, the number of schools changes, the number of students changes and things like that. So just as of the last time that I checked niche.com, this is what they had. So for the Prosper school district, it is an A+ overall grade, and the categories that it kind of includes in that rating comes from academics, it comes from the teachers, it comes from the clubs and activities that are offered, what kind of variety do they have It comes from just the diversity of the student population, the college prep, what's their graduation, what is their graduation rate? That is hard to say fast. And just the overall health and safety of the school. So you can, again, go there and check it out yourself, but just thought you might appreciate that I got an A+ overall grade in those categories. And then one thing that I noticed is that it had the number 14 rating as the best school districts in all of Texas. And there's a lot of school districts in Texas. So to be in the top 20, number 14, it's pretty good. So we're going to talk about academics in a little bit, but just know that one of the ratings that it was also given was number 7 as best school districts for athletes in Texas. And so if you are someone who is looking for where can I plug my student athlete in, you might want to check out Prosper and check out Prosper ISD and some of the high schools here and see if it might be a good fit for your athlete. Some just other overarching statistics and numbers, again, from the niche.com website, was that Prosper, right now, the Prosper ISD High School has a 99% graduation rate, has an average SAT score of 1220, and then the average ACT score of 27. So student to teacher ratio is 16:1 as of right now. And there's about 14,348, if you really like the numbers, students in the district. And again, this area is growing and the schools are being built and added to accommodate that growth. So obviously that number is going to be changing, but just kind of to give you a feel for where it is about right now. And then one of the things that's nice is the school district spends above the national average per student. So it was about $17,526 dollars per student, and that again is above the national average. So it's good to know that lots of resources and things like that are going right back to the students in their classes. Okay, so just to kind of give you some information about the Prosper ISD School District, again, as of February 2021, it had on the Great Schools site, it had 9 preschools listed, and I can tell you just driving by here, there are preschools being built all over the place. So there's some Goddard schools, there's Children's Lighthouse, there's Montessori schools here, there's all different kinds, and there's also some churches that offer Mother's Morning Out. So you can just kind of look through, what you think is going to be the best fit for your child and go from there. But just know that there are plenty of preschools in this area. There are currently 6 elementary schools, and if you've seen any of our other videos on master plan communities, you know that as more and more master plan communities are being developed out here and the area just continues to grow, that more elementary schools and middle schools are being added. Again, they're doing a great job of looking forward and seeing how many people are moving into the area and making sure that they're building ahead of time and planning ahead of time so that overcrowding and things like that are not a big issue here at all. As of right now, we have 2 high schools. We have Prosper High School, which is the original Eagles, and then we also have Rock Hill High School that just opened this past year. And they're both amazing schools with lots of great resources, which again, you can check out for yourself. And then obviously they already have the land and the plans built for another high school, and they're just doing a good job, like I said, of keeping up with growth and making sure that as more people come in, that there's more schools already ready, if you will, so that, again, the student-teacher ratio stays at a great place. So I did want to talk to you a little bit about, before we get to the athletics part, about the academics. And so I'm just going to use this for Prosper High School. And I just wanted you to see and kind of get a feel for what some of the different offerings are at the high schools here. So that, again, if that's something that you're looking for your student, you would kind of have a gauge for what they have. And you can get the specific information by either checking out the Prosper ISD website or, again, just reaching out to one of the counselors there and connecting with them and kind of getting all of your questions answered. But just in general, you can go to the Prosper ISD website, and it talks to you about the AP and pre-AP courses that they have here. And they actually offer quite a bit of AP and pre-AP classes. So if that is something that's on your radar, then that this might be a good school district for you. You can also see all of the career and technical educational offerings that they have. And again, that's quite a bit. Some of them go to Rock Hill because they have different facilities there, and some of them stay at Prosper. But you can check out, they've got education, health science, agricultural, food, and natural resources architecture and construction. They've got arts with audiovisual technology and communication. They've got business, marketing, and finance classes. They've got hospitality and tourism and groups for that. They've got human services. They have law and public safety. They have manufacturing, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and transportation, distribution, and logistics, which is hard to say also. So you can see there's a wide variety of different career and just technical, programs and offerings that are available through the school district. They also have dual credit with Collin College. So some students choose to go ahead and dual enroll as they get upper in their high school career, and can go ahead and take college courses as well, so that when they graduate from high school, they already have lots of college credit. And sometimes mom and dad like that because it can kind of save some money, but whatever. There's also English as a second language here. There's National Junior Honor Society, or National Honor Society, sorry, the junior would be for the middle school. Speech and debate groups. There's lots of UIL programs. And again, you can go on the website and check out all of the different things that they offer for the UIL programs. They've got fine arts with band and orchestra and choir, dance and theater. So all sorts of different activities and clubs and groups and ways for the students to be active in their high school. One of the things that's good to know as you might be exploring this area is that you do have to be renting with a contract or like a lease agreement, or you have to be living in the district at the time that you register your students. So one of the things that people ask us sometimes is, well, I'm under contract in this district, but we haven't moved in yet. And I'm just letting you know that as of right now, that you have to actually be living in or renting in the actual district to allow your kids to be registered there. So just kind of something to keep on your radar. And if you have any questions about that, you're welcome to reach out. Okay, so now you have a feel for the town of Prosper and how it can be a great fit if you're looking for athletics or academics, or maybe both, right? So just know that I love helping people settle into this area and learn about this area. So whether you are moving to this town of Prosper, or you know someone who is thinking about moving to the town of Prosper, dude, you need to connect us. So make sure that you share my cell phone number, email, whatever it is that you need to just connect and reach out. And I'd be happy to answer any questions, point you in the direction of any resources that I may have. But right now, what you better be doing is subscribe to this channel, because I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight if you don't. Just kidding. But go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss our next video, because I worked really hard on it and I think you're gonna love it.